Just gonna notice it live.
All right. I think this is it. I think we're live.
Party on. Excellent.
So this is a surprise. Surprise to me. Didn't expect to go on live tonight, but I got a message from Mr. Quentin James. He's like, "Hey, I'm awake."
Awake.
And we were supposed to do this I don't know what, a month or two ago, something like that. And but we're doing it today. So here we go. So how you doing, Quentin?
Can't complain.
That's good. That's
Wonderful.
good. Oh, we got 7 people watching already.
Woo!
So that's kind of amazing.
Can't complain.
Well, okay, and there you are. All right. Whoa! Man, they all rushed in. So I announced earlier, for those of you that don't know, this is not Shane from In the Blues. I posted a video up earlier today. Shane from In the Blues, we're trying to reschedule. He was unable to do it tonight.
Shane
and I posted a video earlier saying I wasn't going to do a show, and then Quentin James was like, "I'm awake, let's do a show." So here we go. So we got Quentin James in the house. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, let me just say hello to some of the people. We got 10 people in here already. Riley Loacura, how are you, man? Hope everything is okay with you too. Ed Dana's in the house.
Ed Dana.
Going? Absolute mayhem.
Oh God, there's trouble.
Uh-oh, here we go, here we go. Jamal, hey Jamal, buddy. We're just doing the smoking with Hack earlier. Nice to see you back, my friend. R2R3 Lockingnut, hey man.
Oh dear Lord, I gotta go. I'm out. That's right, R2.
That's right, R2. Yeah, we got Sinner, we got Dennis Bro in here, Chuck Booth, sorry, Scott Nickerson is here. Will Varela, hey man. Yeah, Johnny Beane, what's up?
Oh, there's trouble too.
There we go.
California.
Sean Zimmerman. Yeah, so Jeff Harper, well, everybody's rolling in. So yeah, this was a surprise show and a surprise guest because I didn't expect to go on today, but you gotta shoot that thing, man. ChickNGuitars is in here. Wow, great, cool. We got some people rolling in. This is very cool. So, Quentin, like I said, we were supposed to do this. I don't know, like about a month ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we were talking about a month ago, a while back, about you coming on, and the reason why I wanted to have you on is because there's a lot of history behind the Mr. Quentin James.
Oh dear Lord.
A lot of musical history. No, I'm going to stick to the music part. Don't worry about the other stuff. Let's just stick with the musical. This is a PG show.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so in a nutshell, you were playing in a band, and you were doing some touring, am I not? Like that?
Local cover band.
Local cover, yeah, but like not like you were opening for name bands, like you were like up the ladder there, were you not?
Yeah, we got some good gigs. I was still teaching and working in a music store.
All right. Okay.
And we had a booking agency, so we played mainly here in Louisville, Kentucky. We'd go to, some places, just as long as it wasn't overnight. Cincinnati. We used to play Caddies in Cincinnati. That's a great place. But mainly just on a circuit here in Louisville. There was, we played 3 nights a week. There was plenty of places to play, make some good money back in the day.
Yeah. So what are we talking about here? Right? 90s, 80s?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Okay. So you worked in a music store. So let's start with that. So where did you work? Which music store were you in?
First store I worked at, I started teaching at Professional Musician Center. Then went on to manage that place. Worked there for about 3 years. And then got a job at Music Warehouse, which was the big store in town. They had 4 stores. We're a Fender diamond dealer.
Right.
Worked there for almost 10 years.
Wow.
And it went out of business. Then I went for about a year. I worked for Music Corp, which is a jobber. They're like Gavitt and Hanser, or Command Music. Actually, Command Music bought them out, but just in a distribution center, I was their return manager, and then got a gig at Mom's Music, which was the other big store here in town. I actually remember when the NAMM show, the summer show, was in Indianapolis.
No, how long ago was that?
Whatever year that was.
Was that 90s or was that the 2000s?
2000s.
Okay.
That's where I got my job at Mom's.
Right.
Met them guys at the summer show up in Indianapolis, and the owner called me Sunday night and offered me, something I couldn't refuse. I had to get out of that distribution center, man. I couldn't stand it.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, I'd love to. When do I start? And he said, be here at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, shit. So like about 6 o'clock in the morning, I went to the distribution center, got my shit and quit. I've never done that. It's like, I can't give them 2 weeks.
Yeah, really?
He's like, I need somebody tomorrow morning. I said, let's see. Manage a music store or work in a distribution center? I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, no brainer, right?
But yeah, that was a great gig.
So you mentioned you were teaching lessons. So like, are you a self-taught guy or are you a schooled guy? Like,
I took lessons probably about 3 years, and for the first couple of years, I sucked, dude. I mean, I needed lessons.
Yeah.
But it's not like it is today, where you can go on YouTube and you got little 10-year-old kids that shred me nowadays, but yeah, for about good 2.5, 3 years.
How old were you when you were doing that?
About 13.
Oh, you're okay. You were young then. All right.
Yeah, I remember riding my 10-speed bike, trying to carry my big Explorer to the music store.
An Explorer.
Yeah. Oh God, you know how big the case is on an Explorer, right?
It's the size of a Buick, man.
Hey.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So, and then you were what? You were doing the band thing right away, or when you start with the bands?
Probably about 15 or 16. I had the upstairs in our house, the entire upstairs floor. So there's another guitar player who was a lot better than me, and that's what I liked, because he could show me stuff all the time.
Exactly.
And I had a guy playing drums, and we did AC/DC.
There you go.
Not like we did AC/DC, Sabbath, Zeppelin. We just did AC/DC.
Okay.
Bon Scott era AC/DC, man. But I didn't start. My first gig was the Carl Casper's Custom Auto Show. That Battle of the Bands out there. And that was probably about 16 or 17, maybe. Scared to death. I was scared to death, man.
Yeah. Well, that's all you could play, right? You're too young for the bars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We did stuff like Johnny Be Good and Paranoid, We didn't win.
You didn't win.
We didn't win.
Wow, man, we got 38 people in here, man. You
Wow.
Is that crazy? All right. Well, let me catch up because, man, let me catch up on this chat. Okay. There we go. We have Scott Nickerson. We have the Guitar Pit. Hey, man. Adam EVH. Hey, buddy. How are you?
Come here, dummy.
Watchman. Sorry, Watchman for you. We have Sonia. Sonia's saying hello to Sylvester.
I'm trying to get him. He's about to fly over here.
Oh, okay. Got Amanda Coombs.
Come here, buddy. What's up, Amanda?
How's it going? We got Soda Pop. Todd, a.k.a. Soda Pop. How's it going, man?
Come here, buddy.
Jeff Underwood is here. Ivan Carter. Hey, man.
Hey.
Cool. Metal State Joe. How's it going? Just catching up. Yeah, everyone's asking for Sylvester. Brian Fingerless Guitars. Hey, man. Rick Romanelli. Rick, I just saw your Taco Tuesday. Rick Romanelli's Taco Tuesdays are always cool, man. Just saw yours. That was nice you talking about your dad, man. That was cool. What's it? JP Page 2. Hey, man.
Oh, he almost flew over here.
David Ennis. Dave R's Guitars. Okay, I think I said hello to everybody. Yeah, thanks for saying that, Jeff Underwood. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay, so now that we got a bunch of people here. So, geez, I totally forgot what I was about to say. Just blacked out.
Playing out, gigging. Yeah, we played in my last band probably, definitely 3 nights a week, every weekend, all the big clubs.
Right. Always covers though, eh?
We had like 3 originals that we did.
You have to hide those in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went into, I mean, the guys I played with were all seasoned players. They'd been in lots of local bands. And we looked at it, we went into it as a business,
Mm-hmm.
What's going to get the club owners to call us back? You don't go out there and play all the music that you want to play.
Yeah.
You play what's going to get the chicks on the dance floor. It's going to get the guys on the dance floor. They get hot. They drink more beer. Sales goes up. They call you back. Pretty simple.
Yeah, yeah.
Your set list had to flow. You had to be on time.
Yeah.
That's why we still, you still got to do Brown Eyed Girl and
what?
But we did a lot of like Hootie and the Blowfish,
Oh man,
Live, Green Day, and Nirvana, Pearl Jam. But we always did. We did about. It depended on where we would play. We could do like about 80% alternative rock and 20% Beatles, Stones, Doors, Hendrix, Zeppelin, CCR, and then we could play places where we just do 100% alternative rock.
Yeah. See that? Well, it's funny you mentioned that. That's kind of what I struggle with because I'm in the same. What you just said is exactly what I do, right?
Yeah.
Not on as big a scale by the sounds of it, but I play the smaller. And once in a while, I play decent sized plays, but it's typically bars. But that's what I struggle with is like you at some point you do want to play music that you actually like, right?
Sure.
But you really got to sacrifice a lot to do what you're doing, which is get people up on the dance floor, get them buying beer and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, you're kind of cringing at all this crap that you have to play. You might have like maybe out of a night, maybe half a dozen songs you actually enjoy.
If I had to play Brown Eyed Girl again for the rest of my life, oh God.
Yeah,
But people flock to the dance floor. It's a business.
I know.
You're not there to just have fun and drink beer, dude. It's a business, and that's why we took off so fast, because we knew what we were doing. We weren't the greatest musicians in the world, believe me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I learned that a long time ago. It's got nothing to do with how good you play.
Right, but we played the music people wanted to get on the dance floor. They're there to have fun, drink beer.
Yeah.
Meet chicks.
Yeah, exactly. The two things is they don't care how good you play. I mean, unless you're like
right. Yeah.
completely horrible, then they'll notice that. And they couldn't care less what guitar you're playing, what your tone is, what pedals you use. They don't care about any of that.
Exactly.
As long as the drummer doesn't keel over, everything's fine, pretty much.
But I mean, trust me, for the first year or so, I did all the booking, and we paid a lot of low-paying gigs until we finally signed with the booking agent here in town.
Mm-hmm.
That because they had all the rooms locked up. It wasn't until we signed with them where it's like, boom, here we go. Okay, thank you.
Man, you're reading from my book here. That's exactly the same thing that we found because we did all our own stuff, like booking wise, right?
Right.
And then last year, 2 booking agents, they actually contacted us, and then all of a sudden, like we're going to like one of their places, and it's like, oh my God, wow, what a difference!
Yeah.
Because all the popular bars, with lineups down the road, and I'm not exaggerating, lineups down the road.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It's all places that there's no way in hell we could have just walked in and got that booking. It's like, so like you're saying, all the better places, they have that all locked up.
That's again, that goes to show that it's a business. That bar hires this booking agency because that's what the booking agency does. The bar knows it's going to get a decent band in there. Right. They don't have to hassle with it. And as long as you go that first Monday and you pay your agent, every 10 o'clock in the morning, man, on the way to the store, I'd go pay them, and they were happy as happy could be.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Just saying hello to anybody. Oh, Guitar Rehab is here. How are you, man? Brad Miller, nice to see you. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone. If I missed you, I apologize. Chat's fine here. We got 42 people watching, man. This is amazing.
I played to a lot smaller crowds.
Okay. You and me both, buddy.
Dude, we played. There was a bar here in town. Funny enough, it was named Caddies, but they were a hip hop club,
Right.
and they changed over to be a rock club.
Mm-hmm.
And we were the second band to go in there and play. We played Friday and Saturday for $800 a night. I'm trying to watch my language. I'm not joking. Both nights, 3 sets. We played for 1 waitress and 1 bartender. About 3 months later, they closed.
Yeah.
And we almost got fired because we were doing a, I don't know, we were doing a.
Basket case.
But our singer was doing this like Frank Sinatra style kind of thing, you know. The bar manager came in and said if we didn't stop that, he was going to fire us.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so the questions are coming up. Now I remembered what I was going to say before. Was if there's questions for Quentin, just address them at Guitar Hack so I can see them. And we have a question from Todd, aka Soda Pop. He's asking, is bar musician better than a bedroom player? I would say no. It doesn't matter where you play. If you're good, you're good. No, there's bedroom players that can shred us. The only thing that I'll say, and I don't think anyone would argue with this, is you can be great, a great bedroom player, but when you play with a band, like, and I'm talking like a band, not a backing track, like an actual band. It's a whole different thing.
No, you put a bedroom shredder up with a drummer and a bass player, they will fall on their face.
Yeah, I've come across that. We've auditioned guitar players in the past, and the guy will sit there and play, and he's like, "You guy can play circles around me," but then it's like, "Okay, play with the band now," and he can't do it.
Yeah.
You know. Now I'm not saying I'm not painting everyone with the same brush, but I'm just saying it's a different thing, you know, to play with the band as opposed to playing at home. You know, it's just a whole different vibe. It really is.
Totally different.
I wouldn't say, you know, automatically all, you know, bar people are better than bedroom players. I mean, that just be a stupid thing to say. But it is a different thing. Oh, BV Ninja, salut! How are you, my friend? Okay, yeah, so if there's any... Gussie Wells is here. Hey, Gussie. How's it going?
Oh, I can't see the chat, by the way, so.
Yeah, so no worries. Old man Danny's here. Hey, old man.
Come here, Sylvester.
Gotta go. Later, Johnny. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Come here, buddy. Yeah, now he's being shy. I think he doesn't like this. I got this lamp sitting in my coffee table here. I don't think he likes that.
Freaking him out.
Yeah, but
Rick Romanelli is, I think he's hitting the nail right on the head. Playing with the band teaches you to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's basically it. Yeah. No, there's great bedroom players. There's great players, period. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, Watchman for you. Yeah, hey, Watchman. He's got a good point. One of the best guitarists I ever heard was a street musician from France. Amazing player. Okay, Stephen Jobuer, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're all around. Oh, here's a question for you. For Quentin, James, did you ever play any Chicago or Toto or 10cc or Journey? That wasn't Don't Stop Believing.
No.
None of those bands?
Nope.
Well, I've done Journey.
I mean, I can play them, but never played in the band where we played those.
Yeah, what Journey songs? What Journey song? Escape? Is it Escape? No, that's the name of the record. That heavy where you smash an E chord for like a minute. What's the name of that song?
Oh, the
Separate ways. Yeah, so I do that one, and I do Stone in Love. Yeah. I can't remember. I'm so bad with names, man. Terrible with names. Yeah.
But even then, you know, we did set lists. So, you know, your sets had the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't end a song and then 3 minutes later start the next one. You won't be
No,
back.
it's gotta be, yeah. One thing I say a lot of times, and I mean, you'll know this for sure, like whatever gear that you're using, man, absolutely has to work. And you can't be, if you're a pedal guy like I am, you can't be sitting there and twisting knobs between every song. Because once you get people up, you got to keep them up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't give them here's, and the other thing too that, I don't know, I'm sure you run into this, is like sometimes bar owners will flip out if you say, we're going to go on break, we'll be back in half an hour. They're like, what are you doing? You can't do that. They want you playing all the time.
We had a clock. We had a clock on stage to where, 3 minutes and a 60-minute set or something like that. And, if the singer had to, grab his acoustic electric, right? Well, that's when somebody else would get on the mic and talk to the crowd. Don't forget to tip your servers, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This band will be here next weekend, drink specials,
You got there's something always has to be going on.
Look, you're a professional musician. Not to be a snob, but it's a business. You're a professional musician. Learn how to talk to your crowd, keep things flowing.
Yeah.
If you don't get called back and all you're getting is shitty gigs, there's a reason for that. Might not be how great you are.
No. It's exactly it. It's how you relate to the crowd, and you got to have the guy you got to have the guy, at least the one guy that talks to the crowd, that engages the crowd.
Right.
You know what I mean? If everybody's looking at their shoes and kind of like, it's not gonna. And you got to move around and be animated. And you got to act like you're happy to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob Galley's here. Hey, Rob. We got another question for you from Todd Soda Pop. Ask Quentin who he sold his Robbins guitar to. I don't know what that's about. You know what what he's talking about?
Oh, that wasn't my guitar. I did a, oh God. When I was working at my first music store, I decided I was going to do, remember Public Access? I guess it's still out. Public Access TV.
Cable TV, yeah.
They'd have all these old religious people on there, and Well, I decided I was going to do a guitar lesson show.
You sent me a clip of that, I think.
Yeah, it was guitar licks with Quentin James.
Yeah,
and it was so freaking successful because there was nothing else on like that.
There you go.
And I did it out of the music store. And of course, behind me, I got Mesa Boogies and Sultanos, and and I was playing this green Robin guitar that was a buddy of mine. And I actually sent a VHS tape to Robin Guitars, and got a guitar endorsement from them. But it was what they call a local player endorsement, where it's basically dealer cost.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So I still didn't have, $1,000 for a guitar. So I never got one. But a buddy of mine was playing in the national band, had an endorsement, and that was one of his guitars.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. Rob Galley's got a comment. He says, quite frequently in my wedding band, if one of us can't do the gig, we'll get given a fill-in musician by our agency. Uh-oh. Someone who's never practiced with us, and we just have to all turn up and play.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, man.
I mean, not the stuff we were doing, because we were still adding songs every week, man. I mean,
it's we had our drummer was like our peaks. We basically gig in the summer months, right?
Right.
And our drummer had a health thing happen, and we had all these gigs lined up. I think it was a lot. It was like 4 or something like this, and we were like having these backup guys come in, and these were like the agent gigs that I was talking about. So these were like really nice bars, and it's like our first time playing these bars, and we're like, when we're going in with a backup guy, we're going, oh my god. And it was a backup drummer, and this one guy we had, you know what? He might as well have had a pillow in a bed next to him, because he was just it was horrible. It was horrible. The guy was just like, you know, like my grandmother could have hit the drums harder than this guy, right? Absolutely no life to him, no beat, no fills, nothing. Horrible.
Wow.
And then we had another guy come in, and this guy was a professional, played on cruise ships and all this, right? We thought this guy's going to be smoking. Are you kidding me? And he had everything written out. He had sheets. So he's playing, and he's got like a music stand beside him, right? And we're like, okay, this guy's going to, you know, and he only insisted one rehearsal. That's it. That's all I need. So we play this, we rehearsed, we played the songs, and he's all making notes. This is how we end this song and start that song and all this kind of stuff. So we're like, okay, this guy's going to be great, right? You know, and it was funny because my drummer, who was ill, who couldn't play, came to that show, and he's sitting there cringing. And I'm up on the stage, and I just want to get in the car and go home. It was horrible, man. It was horrible, you know. So, I mean, yeah, you can't just have somebody. I don't care if you're a professional, skilled or not. You know, it's not the same as being with it's not a musicianship thing again, man. It's just being with guys that you're used to playing with and rehearsing with, and you can predict, and you know what's going to come next, and he's going to hit that shot at that point. So at that point, I'm going to do this, and you know, there's no replacement for that. Just the time spent together rehearsing. There's no replacement for that.
No.
Yeah, just rolling down the chat here, see if there's any more questions. And seeing if anyone else has popped. Oh, here's a question from Jamal Guitar Hack. I really appreciate and enjoy the ins and outs of playing live in a band. Great advice. Hey, no worries, Jamal. No worries, man. Okay, so yeah, tell me a little more about. Oh, Paul Lou is here. Hey, Paul. Tell me a little more about this this cable show. How long did that run for?
Oh, geez, probably 4 years, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I get fan mail, and it was crazy.
Did it help? It must have helped you get gigs, and like you said, you got that.
Yeah, it helped with lessons, man. Yeah, my lessons were packed. But I worked in the store from 10 to 3 and then taught from 3 to 7. I did that, I think, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. Because usually we play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as well. So,
man, you were making some pretty good dough as a musician back then. Well, at least you were working full time. That's full time, man.
Oh, hell, working in the store and lessons, the show, and playing in the band and rehearsing 2 nights a week. And now you know why. After a while, something had to give.
Yeah.
I just couldn't, you know. And I had a girlfriend, and that'll lead me into you want to hear my Collective Soul story?
Is it PG? If it's PG, tell it.
Yeah. You know, Collective Soul Shine, right? The band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to play it.
Well, didn't everybody?
Pretty much.
That and what was the other one?
Yeah.
Cumbersome. So anyway, the agency always called me. You know, you want to play here for this much money, these, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
So they called on like I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday. And the next day, he said, hey, you guys want to play with Collective Soul? And it's like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
You know, what day? He said, this Thursday or whatever. And I'm like, this Thursday? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we'll do it. Well, the thing is that I had this, you know, didn't have a lot of time with my girlfriend, who was a nurse. So she worked nights, you know.
Right.
So we had this dinner date for this Thursday night, right? So I'm like, oh, dude, I'm in so much trouble. This is not going to go well. So I had to call her and say, hey, we got a chance to play with Collective Soul, blah, blah, blah. It's on this night. And so I got to skip dinner. And she said, you know, we're arguing, right? So she says, "You love the band more than you love me."
Uh-oh.
And you know, you ever say something and it's like you want to go, "Oh, dude, no, come back here. I didn't say that." Trying to pull those
You want to
words back in.
rewind, yeah.
Yeah, I said, "What are you, 8 years old?"
Yeah.
And then all I heard was click. Hello? So needless to say, we played. And they wanted us to come in and play like 2 sets after them. So technically, Collective Soul actually opened for us.
Whoa, there you
go. Yeah. But they had a PA company called Loud and Clear that did their PA.
Mm.
And remember, I had a 50-watt Crate Blue Voodoo, those 2 big Boogie 412 cabs. Now there's my side of the stage. I was always stage left because I got this thing. I can't be stage right, dude. I got to be stage left. I got 2 15-inch monitors, and to the left of me are side fills. Now, what side fills are basically a big freaking PA.
Yeah,
Their side fills were louder than our PA. It's like, you know, I mean, it's a Collective Soul, right? They're going to be loud.
Yeah.
So our sound check is you just do this number for about 10 seconds, and then you start playing. That's your sound check, you know?
Right.
So we start playing, and I hear nothing. I hear like drums and bass, vocal. I don't hear my guitar at all. My amp's like on probably 4.5 or 5. I finally get it up to about 8.5 before I can hear it.
Oh man!
And dude, you get a little 50-watt tube head up to 8.5. It changed.
It opened up, is what it did.
It just roared, man. It just sounded so good. I was like, oh my god. And so yeah, that was my Collective Soul story. 1,400. You got $1,400 for playing 2 hours. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
That's amazing.
But even smaller stages, I'd still take both cabinets. I just wouldn't plug the bottom one in, so I could hear it real good, right? Still hit me in the back of the head.
Well, yeah, it's higher, right?
Yeah, but the main thing is freaking look cool. That's half the battle. It had to look cool.
Yeah. I hear you. We got Swamp Trainwreck is here. Buck Lester has joined us. And there was some cool questions, and I want to make sure that I didn't miss them.
But talking about the NAMM show, dude, the summer show's so much more relaxed, laid back. The winter show's just it's huge, and there's so much to see, and
yeah,
you know, it's so big. You walk around, just seems like forever and ever. But I think you'll really dig, because when you get tired of the show, you come out of the convention center down in Nashville, and there's all these clubs and restaurants right across all around you. So when you get kind of tired of the show, there's so much, you know, go get something to eat. Go get some killer barbecue or something somewhere, you know.
Yeah, no, you know, like, well, first of all, I couldn't go to the winter one if I wanted to because, you know, my job, right? They would kill me. Right. But the summer one, I'm off anyways. So that works out beautiful. And then the other thing too, like what you're saying, I kind of like the idea of not so crowded. Because, I mean, I think I'd lose my shit in about, you know.
Dude, you would.
Right? So it's nicer to be able to breathe and walk around and not be deafened by 100 people playing at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
So those for me are all pluses for sure. Okay, there was a couple of questions that I want to catch up with here. Somebody was asking about what. Oh, Mitch Heyman is here. Hey, Mitch. Here we go. Oh, Dennis Bro was asking your best gig and why, and he's asking both of us. So what? Well, I guess Collective Soul for you, right?
Yeah, that was our most, I guess, prestigious. We played with Flock of Seagulls.
There you go.
But that was up in Cincinnati at Caddy's, and Caddy's was right on the riverfront. It was a converted warehouse, so they had stages on each end of the warehouse, and I mean, the place was gigantic. I didn't even know they were going to be there.
Oh, well, are you open for them? Is that how that went?
No, no, yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah.
mean, at the data, nobody told us they were going to be there. There was always another band on the other side,
Oh, okay. Was that
right?
when was that? That was after their heyday, right?
Oh yeah, way after. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess. Well, for me, oh, I hands down, right off the top of my head, I got a New Year's Eve gig in California. That was my best. I'd say that was my rock star moment, if you will, when we got flown down to play a New Year's Eve show in California in a town called Chino. So we actually flew into Ontario Airport and we got picked up and
Wow.
we had roadies and yeah, it was insane. Yeah. That was with a like I call it a wedding band just because it's the most appropriate term. And they were playing us on local radio and stuff before we even
Wow,
got
that's
there.
cool.
Yeah. Because we had, we recorded cassettes like promo stuff and I think that probably is the best. And
We did
pardon?
there was a local place called Phoenix Hill Tavern. Probably the biggest club in town. They used to do like Live at the Hill. I think
Hmm.
we did a couple of those. So
Yeah. Soda Pop's asking, do bar bands make any money now? Well, I can answer that. I don't know. Have you, are you still doing any of that or
me?
yeah?
No, 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 no. I haven't played out in probably, um, geez, early 2000s. Once I left my last band, um, and mainly I think it was, I'm diabetic now. I found out I'm diabetic, but I think back then it was just I was diabetic back then. I just didn't know it,
Didn't know it. Yeah.
and I would just get, man, so hot and exhausted. Plus, I'm working probably 60 hours a week just at
Mhm.
the store and lessons and the TV show. And I mean, you stay up for 30 hours when you've worked and then you got to play and you
Yeah.
tear down and take your stuff home. And
Well, I mean, I can tell. I can answer that question. I mean, I played around the same time as you, like early '90s. And I played it again in the wedding band thing, and the wedding bands always made a shitload more money than the bar
oh,
bands.
no doubt. That's the corporate gigs and weddings
Yeah.
I mean, we'd make $8 to $1,200 a night.
Oh, that's huge money, man. I didn't make that much.
But, wedding bands, shit,
Not an hour
they
wedding band.
5 grand or something, I mean,
No, 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 no. Not well. Maybe not here.
wow.
Well, let's put it. Just to put it in perspective, I just did a New Year's Eve gig in a bar, and I did a New Year's Eve gig in like '90. I did them every year, but like '92, '93, '94, and
Right.
around that time. And for a New Year's gig, the band was making 5 grand. This was '92, '93, 5 grand.
Wow.
So, and I just did a New Year's Eve gig, and I made like not even a quarter of that. So
Wow.
there you go. So that's how much less get nowadays.
Well, you get what you pay for, but a lot of bands, they think they can, well, we'll come in and play for $300. Well, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So
No, yeah, like the bar. I mean, if we make $500 in a bar
yeah, yeah,
nowadays,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. But how many people are in the bar? How big is it? I mean,
Well,
200 or 300 people maybe,
oh
or
God, no.
oh
I mean, the biggest bar I'll play maybe 150, 200,
yeah,
200.
you can't expect that much money then. I mean,
Yeah, but there are no big giant bars like what you're
yeah,
saying. At least not the
exactly.
ones we play.
Yeah, they've all gone around here too.
You know, I mean, the new guitarist. Oh, that's a new name. Hey, the new guitarist. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, here I got to show you this.
Yeah, I go for it. I'm just catching up here.
Can you see this? Remember we were talking about the
Yeah, I'm getting critiqued now, folks. Just so you know.
I'm just showing you how to play it. It's A, well, A.
Right?
You're going D, D, G, right?
No, I wasn't.
What were you doing?
I was playing the F sharp over D.
F sharp over D like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, it's I play it that way. So it's the F
I wasn't doing the D and G. I know exactly what you're saying. I wasn't doing that. I swear to you, I wasn't doing that.
But then it's Lessons with Quentin J.
It's good enough for the bars I play. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Oh, Absolute Mam's got a question for you. Do you warm up before you play? If you warm up, what do you play? There you go.
When I was playing out, no. I would just kind of noodle, get my hands warmed up. Kind of, if I get it on camera, kind of shaking your hands and your wrist, and basically just doing some noodle. Just to get the hands warmed up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, John Harden is here. Hey, John. Mark Dillon. Hey, how's it going? We got 45 people watching, man. Got 45 people watching.
How do you use a wireless?
When I play gigs? Yeah. No, I refuse, man.
Thank you.
I refuse. And I'll tell you why I refuse.
I feel it. I feel the latency. I don't care what anybody says. It feels different.
It's for me, it's not even that. It's just a practical thing. And I get reamed because I'm the only guy in the band that doesn't use wireless.
Well, are they all walking 100 feet away from the stage or something?
Well, that's the that's what kills me. Like, the guy is 3 feet from his amp and he's wireless.
Yeah.
I mean, the stages are so damn small. Why do you need wireless, right?
Exactly.
And here's the killer. Like, here's the ironic thing. Me being the only guy who's not wireless, who do they ask to go out and hear what the mix sounds like? Me, the only non-wireless guy. So I got a nice long 20-foot patch cord, and I'll walk out as far as I can, and set levels and whatever, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
So I'll do that. But I'll tell you, the real reason that I don't go for it is at the end of the night, you can see like a bunch of batteries on the floor of the stage.
Oh my God, yeah, they're not cheap either.
How many batteries did you guys go through tonight on this show? I mean, come on, man. Like, right off the bat, you can tell. Like, we'll be in like the second set, ready to go for. My battery's going. Oh, batteries, huh? Come on, man. You know what I mean? And there's dead batteries, like they're like dead soldiers on the stage when the show's over.
Nowadays you got your in-ear monitor, so you need a 9-volt for that receiver there, and
no, I don't do any of that stuff, man.
Earplugs. What about earplugs?
I'll tell you, I got a funny story about that. I got tinnitus like everybody else does, right? And when I discovered I had tinnitus, this was like going back like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And I know exactly how I got it, and it's from the freaking right cymbal, right? Because I always stand on that side of the stage.
China cymbals are the devil's work, man. Those garbage can lids sounding Chinas.
Yeah. Well, no, my drummers don't use that, but
I'll stab you in the throat if you have a China, man. I swear to God, I will.
It's more the freaking ride. Anyways, so
that's why the stage left.
Yeah.
I had to crash on that side, I guess.
Yeah, the crash. Well, at least the crash is quick. The guy's not sitting on it, hitting it 100 times, right? Anyway, so
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So it was freaking me out, Like, because I mean, I'm sure I had it before, but it got worse, and it was really, really freaking me out, and it messed with my head there for about a week or two.
Yeah.
And then so what I did is I went to see my doctor, and he goes, "Well, go to this hearing place." So, and I went, and my work were nice enough to pay for me to get those ear molded earplugs. And the ones I got were like designed for musicians because they had a tube in it that just blocked out some frequencies, but you could play whatever, right? So, and I still have these things, right? So there's molded. There's one for the left, one for the right. So I go to a rehearsal with these things in, and they lasted about 5 minutes. Because if I don't hear the
nuance,
and if I don't hear the power, it's like it's everything's muffled. I can't hear the amp. I can't hear like the nuances, like you say, I can't hear. It's just I don't even want to play. Like it sounds like ass, right? So they come out, and I tried it like 2 or 3 times, and then the guys in the band, oh man, you're so bloody loud. It's like I can't hear myself. Like take those things out. It's like that kind of thing, right? So I fill the band with volume and only so I can hear myself through these stupid things, or I take them out. So of course, I don't think I put them in my ears for about 1.5 years now.
That's a great saying. You say that all the time. It sounds like ass.
Yeah.
I used to use those little cheapy foamy things, right? You're rolling.
Oh yeah.
But now wait a minute. I would just I'm stage left, so I would put one in my right ear, so I could hear my guitar out of my left ear, and then I could kind of hear my background vocals, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, by the third set, my left ear's blown, man. It's gone. So I'd pull the right one out, and then by the end of the night, my right ear would be blown, but I'd be ready to go home.
It's just doing them in stages, eh?
There you go.
Oh man, Bobby Clipper's here.
Bobby Clipper, never heard of him.
Jamal Kareem agrees about the wireless thing. Cords all the way. Can't go wrong with a cord, man.
But I will tell you this: when I first got in that band, I had, the boogie cabs, and I had a 12-space boogie rack full of every freaking lighted up Christmas tree kind of thing,
Right.
I mean, that was back when I had the ADA MP1, Rocktron and Teleflex, list goes on, right? And I had my MIDI controller, a ground control unit, and every song I'd have like 4 or 5 presets, for each song. And our sound man and anybody else who would do sound goes, man, you sound great on stage. You sound like mush coming out of the PA. So I junked it all, man. I got a tube head, the Blue Voodoo. I had a TS9 tube screamer, a Crybaby, and that was it. Well, I had an SPX 90 that I ran through the loop that I had just set for a specific delay. And the amp had dual reverbs. I got to have a little reverb even on my clean channel. That was it, man. Just ride the volume knob or whatever.
Yeah. Less processing is better, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that Blue Voodoo, man. When I went to a local store to, we had all PV stuff. This was before the 5150. And I'm sorry, man. I just couldn't find a Marshall that did it for me.
All right.
And I was looking at stuff, and the guy who sold me the boogie cabinets worked there, and he's like, man, you need to check out this crate Blue Voodoo. It's, brand new. And I'm like, yeah, dude, but it's a crate, man. He's like, no, dude, it's all new, 2 channels, 50 watts, all 2, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's cool and everything, Bobby, but it's a crate, man. And he's like, dude, take it to rehearsals, play it, see what you think. And I was like, damn, all right, yeah, I'll take it. But it had a big crate label on the front, a big gold looking thing, right? That's right. So I broke that off of it. And I put duct tape on it, and I'd write like Mess Boogie on it, or like I'd write the bass player's phone number on it. But I love that thing, man.
Dennis Bro's got a great question. When you do covers, do you do solos note for note? And what do you think if a guitarist doesn't play it like the recording? That's a great question. I'll put that to you, Quentin.
Me, I would do the meat and potatoes of it. A lot of it, most of it was improvised. I don't have the ability to do like a Stevie Ray note for note. But yeah, I try to do it as close as possible. And then when I'd get a chance, I just improvise in whatever key it was in or get close to it. But some stuff you have to play close to the record.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same as you. Like, there's some, I don't know what it is, but there's some songs that the solos, like, doesn't really matter. And then there's other songs where the solo is so well known that you got to play it, right?
I mean, you can't improvise on the chords. Why would you improvise on the solo? I mean, so much to where you don't even know what the song is, Yeah.
So, but I do the same thing as you. Like, I take like what I call the hooks or the main licks, if you will, of the solo. And then the in-between stuff, I'll kind of do my own.
Yeah.
Unless the solo is like just, whatever, insignificant, then I'll just play my own thing.
Right. I mean, guys that can really do note for note, I admire them for that. I don't have the patience for it.
I don't have the patience either. Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Like, you were in a cover band and I'm in a cover band. If you're in a tribute band, then you got to play it. Exactly. Sure. But if you're in a cover band, I think you got a little more leeway, right? You know what I mean? But that being said, like, you were talking about Highway to Hell. Like, Highway to Hell, man, you got to play deep, right?
Right.
And I like, you can't improvise that because it's going to sound wonky.
Right.
So you just kind of know.
It's going to sound like ass.
It's going to sound like ass. That's right.
But like that Green Day song, I would do, there's a part where it just plays the chords. I do that little.
Which is not fair.
Just to throw it in there,
Yeah. Hey, KBT Guitar Covers, how are you? Okay, ChickNGuitars, Kailyn, good night. Thanks for popping in. Showman Blues is here. Hey, Showman. Put the bends in the right places, says Kenneth Bro. Yeah, that's my secret. If you hit the wrong note, just keep bending it. You'll get to one eventually that works.
That's what the wall pedal's for. When all else fails, step on the crybaby.
It's funny, man. I joke about that, but it's true. Like, when I just run out of ideas, I'll just start hit the wall.
I always say, look, I know about 7 or 8 really good licks, and then I kick on the crybaby, and bam, I'm great.
Oh, Buck Lester's asking if anyone's tried playing the solo from Bob Seger's Traveling Man note for note. No, I have not. No.
Nope.
Will Varela. Sorry, go ahead.
I can't do Bob Seger videos, man. They get tagged every time.
Oh, there you go. Will Varela is saying, Guitar Hike, it's hard to play note for note on some solos. Usually there's so much dubbing done in the studio, but you can still do the cloud. Yeah, that's basically it, Will Varela. Yeah. And the thing is, too, man, like, well, you're in a cover band, this. I mean, you got to walk in, like, at any time, you got to know how to play at the drop of a hat. Usually, I would say in the neighborhood of about 60 songs. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
So imagine you having to know note for note every solo in those 60 songs. I mean, come on.
And we were adding songs every week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, it's not that Hootie and the Blowfish was hard to play. It was the structure of the song. It's on the radio, but I'd never heard the song before. So I would make up little cheat sheets and just tape them to my floor monitor. I'd rather do that than get lost somewhere,
Yeah. Sometimes the arrangements. Yeah.
I mean, I could be banging out a song in front of 500 people. Everything's nice and loud, and I'm going, dude, I have no idea what the chorus is coming up here.
Yeah.
Or you really, it's almost an art in itself to mess up somewhere and catch yourself, because the number one rule is no matter how bad you crash, you never stop playing the song.
You never stop playing.
You never stop playing.
and usually I follow here's the thing too, like I kind of follow the singer as far as like where I am in the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if he flubs a line you got to follow him anyway, because if he doubles up on a verse or on a chorus, you got to stick with him, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, EVH and EVH and Gear TV Network is here. How are you, man? Thanks for coming.
Oh, there's trouble. There's trouble.
Yeah, Eric is here.
What's up, Eric?
Hey, Broxel's here too. Hey, Broxel.
Whoops.
Did you just make that up?
I'll get the video taken down.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I got copyright things all over my videos.
That's why I only played for a few seconds. They might not nail you on that.
Yeah. Like I did one, my favorite riffs, I got hit. I posted some videos of, like my cover band. It's funny though. It's weird. Like some clips will get hit, some won't. I did a whole rehearsal of Rebel Charm which is the band I'm in with my wife singing. And we played all kinds of songs, not one hit, right? And I posted it. And then I go and I do like one clip from one gig, one song, and that one gets hit. You know, it's so random, you know?
I know Eric did Running with the Devil, and he got tagged because it sounded like Devil with the Blue Dress on or something like that. And it's like, what?
It's just, yeah.
Eric, man, you want to see some production?
No,
Eric is just off the hook, man.
I was just talking about that earlier with you. Yeah, man. His videos are like, they're top notch. And I got to listen to Eric play guitar because I've only seen him interviewing, so I haven't seen him playing.
Oh, dude, Eric's a monster player.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. He's a monster player. So I got to go back and check out some of Eric's stuff. Marsman is here. Hey, Marsman, how are you? Oh, Eric is saying it was a complete disaster, the Devil deal. They admitted they screwed up. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, so again, if anyone's got any questions for Quentin is not looking at the chat. I am, and the chat is flying by. We got 46 people watching. Just please put at Guitar Hack, and then I can forward those questions to Quentin here. Oh, you're very welcome, EVH. And EVH and Gear. I'm just going to call you Eric because your name's so long. No worries, man. No worries. Cool, man. So, like that, what was that band you were in though? It was just because you sent me a clip, and from what I remember, it was just you, bass, drums, and a singer, right?
Yeah, yeah. And a singer would play acoustic electric.
Right, but not all the songs.
Right. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Like we do The Cure or Hootie and the Blowfish, but yeah, that's about just me, one guitar player. So that's a whole different route too, you know, playing with another guitar player. So
I was just going to ask you that because I find a huge difference because with the gigging band, there's two guitars. With the other bands that I play with that hopefully will gig at some point, I'm the only guitar player. Yeah. And it's night and day. What do you have you played like with two and then by yourself?
Yeah, sure.
What do you like better?
Oh, just me.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's not an ego thing. It's a distraction thing.
Yeah. It's one more piece that you got to kind of align yourself to. It's less freedom. It's less freedom.
Oh yeah, because you really got to hear the other guitar player to see hear what they're doing.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And when the singer played, I really had to hear his acoustic. But through my monitors, I just wanted, maybe some kick drum but the singer's vocals. But the stages were small enough. I heard him fine through even his monitor.
So there's a couple of questions for you here, Quentin. Will Varela is asking what your main guitar is.
Right now, I mean, back then, we can talk guitars real quick. My first guitar was a Fender Music Master. That's if you remember the Mustang had two single coils. Well, the Music Master, if you took the pickguard off, it was routed out for two pickups. It was a Mustang body.
Mm-hmm.
But the Music Master just had one single coil in the neck, which I didn't know any better. And, that was a disaster. And my first amp was a Fender Super Twin, which you're trying to do AC/DC with a single coil in the neck and a Super Twin.
Yeah, clean.
What did I know? But I got a Electro Harmonics. Their first pedal was a LPB1, is a linear power booster. Basically, just kind of an overdrive, which was a lot better. But then I got a big muff and game on.
Yeah.
But after that, I bought the white SG that had a Bigsby. I didn't like the Bigsby, but I love the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Then I bought a white Explorer. Then got my Cherry Sunburst Custom. That was back in 81, or it was early 82 when I got it. And then I've had, multiple guitars. I had a Charvel Model 88. That Mason Bernard, which was a Bernie Rico guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Super Strat. Had that graphic on it with the half-naked lady. But right now it's just Mexican Strat, humbucker.
I like that pick guard, man. That's cool.
Dude, I got this from some online in Japan for like $12.
Wow.
Set the tremolo flush, 5 springs in the back, so it's basically a hardtail.
Yeah.
But that's my main guitar now.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Got it off of Craigslist. $180 with a hard shell case.
Huh.
Now it might have been a little warm, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
A little hot to the touch, yeah. Soda Pop's asking if you still does Quentin still give lessons?
No.
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 Next question, Mitch Heyman. Is Quentin self-taught? He's a great guitarist.
No. Well, took lessons for about 3 years. Just a guy in a music store, you know. Was just basically just showing me songs. So it wasn't as formal as it really should have been. I didn't start really, I mean, I learned so much more from friends who played guitar that were better than me. They'd be, you know, come over all the time and play. But it wasn't really until I started teaching that I really had to analyze everything that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything.
You know, I say this to a lot of people, and you know they don't believe me, but it's true. It's a proven scientific fact. If you want to learn something, teach it to somebody else.
Oh, sure, yeah,
totally. So BB Ninja's saying some artists' legals are very attentive and hit everything: Beatles, Neil Young, McCartney, Queen, list goes on. So much for fair usage. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, my channel's not monetized. I'm just showing people how I play the song.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're like, oh, I love that song. I'll go buy it on iTunes or whatever. Why? I'm not making any money. I'm not saying, hey, I wrote the song. I'm just playing along with it.
So, Brad Miller, he's saying check Eric's preamp towards the end. He's cranking it out. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that, Brad.
Oh, Eric's going to do some serious NAMM stuff.
Yes. Jason Wade wants Assault to sing YMCA. That's an inside joke. Remember I was telling you about all the horrible shit I got to play?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I told you, man, I sold my soul. But you know what? Here's what I do. Here's my, I don't know, to make it, you know, so that palpable, so I can swallow it. What I do is, so, you know, it's got horns and shit in it, right?
Right.
So what I do is I made up parts. So, you know, electric guitar parts. I played with a lot, like I play it dirty, right? So I play like a rock version of it. And that's how I can stomach it, right?
Now you can live with yourself.
Yeah, you know. Or like we got to do another song that I absolutely hate is Mustang Sally, right? I swore up and down I'll never play Mustang Sally. So guess what?
I never played it.
Oh, there you go. It's nothing. It's a 145, but it's so done to death. So what happens is, you know, every bar we walk into, guess what people are asking for? Hey, do you guys play Mustang Sally? Do you guys? So they're like, oh, we should learn how to play that song. So what I said is, okay, you know what? I want to play a long solo in that.
Look who we got here.
Oh, there's Sylvester.
He finally flew over here.
There you go.
Sylvester.
So I make sure we play that song. I play the most obnoxious solo I can come up with for 2 go-rounds, you know, so. What
about this song? Remember this one?
Yeah.
When I first heard that song, it was like, what in the wide, wide world of sports is that song?
Yeah.
But I was like, that's the stupidest sound. And the dance floor just went, oh my God, they went insane. Everybody's getting real low. And it's like, all right, we got to do that song.
That's Offspring, is it not?
No, Blister in the Sun by the Violet Femmes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you never heard of them, neither did I.
Yeah, Dennis Brold is mentioning, how about Jesse's Girl? Yeah, I got to play Jesse's Girl too.
Oh, I like that.
I kind of like the solo in that, man. I mean, that's Neil Giraldo, man. I mean, come on.
Oh, my God, yeah.
So the solo makes up for that one. Actually, that song I don't mind. It's got some dynamics to it anyways. So, yeah. Should not mention YMCA. Someone has made that very political now. BB Ninja. What that's about, man. Well, EVH Eric says, for us in Canada, we had to play Tragically Hip. When we would write the set list, the bassist would write Tragically Hip so small you could not read it, and we skipped over it.
Who is that? Extreme?
Tragically Hip. Tragically Hip was it's a big, huge band in Canada. They weren't quite as big in the U.S., but they were on the radio like every other song for a while. It was sickening. Like, I don't like the Tragically Hip, and I probably would have had they not been played like 100 times a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in my band, Eric, we're doing 2 Tragically Hip songs at the moment. So we've limited it to 2. But yeah, Six String Planet is here. Oh, this is a new name for me. IDS Band, IDDS Band. Okay. How are you? I'm not sure how you pronounce that name. Oh, LDDS Band. Oh, that's Ed's band again. Ed's on here 3 times. That's 3 different people. There was a movie about that, right? Sybil, I think, was what they called it. As personalities. Yeah, yeah. All right, so again, if anyone's got any questions for Quentin, just please put at Guitar Hack, because Quentin does not have access to the chat. How long we've been going, man? We've been going over an hour here.
Oh, by the way, I'll start doing more videos when I get my laptop back. I'm using my brother's laptop. And, it's not real compatible with my camcorder. But my fan went out. You know, it did like a thermal shutdown or something like that.
Mm.
And about 6 months ago, I had to have my hard drive replaced. And it fried the new hard drive. So, yeah, you know what you got to do. But a buddy of mine, like I say, works at that IT place. So he's setting me up.
Yeah, that's good, man. So Eric is saying, I do appreciate them now that Gord Danny has passed away. I feel bad that death finally made me. Yeah, you know what, Eric? It's funny you mention that. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. I'm not saying they were a bad band at all. I never said that. It's just, I don't care what it is, how good it is. If you get it shoved down your throat as much as we have in Canada, and I know you're in Ontario. I know that. I think you're in London. I'm in Toronto. So that's all they played on the radio. I don't care, you know, how good the band is. If you keep getting it shoved down your throat, eventually you're gonna choke on it. So
dude, it's like that, like Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. You know, it's like,
yeah,
dude, you'll kill a band when you play them 100 times a day. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, Will Varela is saying, back in the day, you had to know songs by Chicago and BTO. Man, that's talk about complete opposites.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we were gigging when, you know, Nirvana and Pearl Jam were real big. So, you know, right as Pearl Jam 10 came out and whatever the first big Nirvana album, and
yeah,
we were doing, you know, Collective Soul, The Cure, Green Day, you know, everything off of Dookie, which was just, it's so fun to play, man. I mean,
yeah, I do When I Come Around and Basket Case and
yeah.
Oh, Picker Hat is here. Hey, Picker Hat. It's funny, like, you know, all the bands you're mentioning, I filled in. Okay, now we're talking about filling guys the other day. I was a filling guy for a couple of gigs, but I did rehearse with the band a few times, so I knew what was going on. But the band was all they played was 90s songs.
Wow.
And I got real sick of 90s music real fast, man, because all those bands that you're naming, that's all the stuff that we play.
Yeah.
You know, and Oasis.
Oh God, yeah.
Right, and
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Bull, and what's that other one? They had that one. God, I'm so bad with names. There was that other band. The guy with the sort of he had like the short dreadlocks. Mr. Jones or Mrs. Jones or something.
Oh, Counting Crows, yeah.
Yeah, Counting Crows.
Mrs. Jones, yeah, we did.
Or something like.
How's that song go? Let me see.
Yeah, it's A minor.
F, chords over, and then it changes one. It skips a chord.
One chord changes. Yeah. That's it. You got it. Yeah, we did that. The fun stuff was the Pearl Jam. That stuff I didn't mind.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other stuff was just, yeah. Chuck Booth is saying, speaking of Canadian bands, I've been working on a rock cover of Call It a Day by the Roadhammers. I've never heard that song.
Am I highlighted? Do people see me when I'm not talking?
Yeah, they see you.
Okay.
Oh no, when you're not talking, no, they see me. It's whoever's talking takes
No,
over.
I'm just trying to get Sylvester on here. He wants to say hi.
Yeah,
Sylvester. Look, he's like, get me away from that. What are you doing?
No, we see Sylvester.
What's up, buddy? All right, go back.
Helix, okay, we're talking about Canadian bands. Canadian band, sorry. Sultana K, Soda Pop Guitar Hack, did you cover the Gan Hart? No, I don't know what that is. The Gan Harvest? No. Chuck Booth is telling us the name. It's Mr. I thought it was Mrs. Jones.
It is Mrs. Jones. Maybe he's thinking about Mrs. Robinson. We did
Maybe.
that. Remember that from who did that? They did an alternative rock version of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, they did. There was some covers that were pretty good. There was a band, I think they were called. They did a cover of "Boys of Summer." Is it for some reason the name of the Ataris pops into my head, but I don't think that was the name of the band.
I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was Silverfish. Was it Silverfish?
No, the two Australian kids or
Yeah, Silver something. Silverchair. Silverchair. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of those bands that just kind of came and went.
Called them Baby Nirvana or something.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got 40 people watching. I'm gonna wrap this up in the next 5 minutes or so. So if anyone's got some last minute questions for Quentin or myself, please put out the guitar hack. I'm gonna take this moment to do my usual speech, which is, please everyone, please like and subscribe to myself, to Quentin. I have the link to Quentin's channel below in the description. And please subscribe to everyone else in the channel. Let's keep the community growing. Let's keep it a positive and happy place. And I'd like to thank you all for popping in and checking it out. And if anyone's interested in some merch for cancer research, I also have that link below as well.
Yes. Yeah, I'd like to see if maybe some more chicks could subscribe, because my channel is a real sausage fest, dude. I mean, I could use some nitrogen or whatever that stuff is.
Yeah. Oh, Eric, thank you for a great stream. Just subbed. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Eric. Yeah, your channel's awesome too, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Eric's channel, Eric's 7 shows rule, man. He's got the guy never stops, man. I mean,
yeah. Well, I still remember that
hour. He's got the Kramer corner.
Yeah. Well, I he had Steve Stevens on the other day, and I was like, whoa. Steve Stevens, man, he's like one of my favorite guitar players.
He's a monster.
Oh, BV Ninja's asking, did you do any Kings of Leon? Yeah, I did Sex on Fire. And I'm doing another one. Don't ask me what it's called. I don't remember.
We did Marcy's Playground. Remember Sex and Candy by Marcy's Playground? Candy. Oh, don't have me sing.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I'm worse than Robert Baker when I sing. If Robert's going to see this. Robert Baker, man. I mean,
he's
oh my God, dude, you're killing me.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on one day. I don't know, no way of contacting him, but I don't think he'd bother. But it'd be cool to have him on. Yeah. So while I got 39 people watching, just letting everybody know, if nothing fails, because I hate announcing things, because I was supposed to have Shane on tonight, so that kind of fell through. But that will
be. I love you, Shane-o. Shane's awesome.
Shane is great. He will be back on, I'm sure. But if nothing fails, I will have the Tone King on Saturday night at 11 p.m. So
Lewis rules.
Nothing fails. I will have the Tone King on. Yeah. So check that out. And Thursday,
all watch the same people, don't we? Like Steve from Boston, Tone King, Robert Baker, Shane, all those kids, all the cool kids.
Yeah. And I'll be doing a show as well on Thursday, and it might be a solo show. It all depends on what's going to happen between now and Thursday. But
Those
I
are
don't want to make any more predictions.
those guys are guitar players that make me sound like ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man.
That's such a great statement. You sound like ass.
Well, going back to the Sausage Fest thing, yeah, the only I have who else? ChickNGuitars, Kailyn, Sonia, and Janice. I think those are the three.
Yeah, they got Amanda Coombs.
Oh, and Amanda Coombs, 4.
I had to pay her $20 just to get on the channel. I have a couple of girls, but I think they're really dudes, but we won't get into that. I mean, you see the Adams apple, it's kind of a giveaway.
Sorry.
And, you know, they all want to meet me. You know, it's like, no, I don't think so. Go away.
Yeah. Yeah, Will Ferrella, predictions are for the pros, bro. Yeah, I try to get people on, and it's like, you know. Oh, nice. So, Quentin, you got any last words?
Words? Yeah. I'm awake.
Quentin's
Yeah,
awake.
I gotta apologize to Hack, man. Thank you for having me on.
No worries.
Sylvester says kissy kissy to everybody. And yeah, once I get my laptop back, I'll do some live stuff like this too.
Yeah, man.
Right now I'm using the camera on my brother's laptop, and it's like, I don't know, it's on my coffee table. I don't know why it's like so in my face, but I've got a what do I got? A Logitech 920, C920, which
Yeah,
that's a great camera, man. I just think I need to talk to Eric Broadbent, because Eric will hook me up, get me running everything. I tried to do one hangout, but I don't know, the mic on the computer was on it, so I had this weird like delay echo. Like 15 seconds after I would talk, everything would start repeating and repeating and repeating.
That's weird.
Like, well, one person I'm not going to call is Guitar Hack. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Don't call me.
Guitar Hack and I are still trying to figure out how to draw a circle on our Etch-a-Sketch.
Wait, you can draw a circle?
VCR still blinks 12 o'clock, all right? So leave me alone.
Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Well, listen, if you do live streams, feel free to shoot me an invite, man. That'd be a pleasure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, boy.
I gotta watch this back and see how bad it is.
Well, from what I'm seeing, looks like most people got a kick out of it, so that's great.
Good.
Okay, folks, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for popping in. This was a lot of fun. A little overdue, but we managed to do it, so it was great, man. It was great. So thanks everybody so much, and we'll see you all Thursday night, 7 p.m. Maybe me by myself, or maybe somebody will be with me. We'll see.
Guitar Hack, party on! World, excellent!
All right, guys.
Later.
Cheers. Have a great week. Bye-bye.